Hello, all, and welcome to the 50th episode of SoftPod. We have made it one whole year and created 50 episodes and crammed tons and tons of content and story, and we are just so proud of how far we've made it. From Goldstead to Weldon to Lunastra, this whole journey has been amazing, and we really, really are happy with what we have made, and we want to continue creating going forward. But today's episode is special, and it has more than a few surprises in it. So, sit back and enjoy as we, the Strings of Fate, take you through the tales of Lunastra. The Tale of Azram and Dresden.
The twilight sky hangs overhead, and finally, Azram, you are able to find the time to check out some of the shops nearby. You see a kid running from shop to shop handing out newspapers. You can smell the freshly baked bread taken out from the morning batches of the cafes walking past. Dresden is moving in pace next to you as you're looking from shop to shop trying to find the perfect place to check out. Are you guys saying anything as you're walking?
So, what is it that we're picking up again?
Well, Dresden, as my bestie, you should know that my birthday's coming up.
Okay, I don't think you've ever told me your birthday, but now I know.
Yeah, well, it's coming up, but you know that means that Aona's birthday is also coming up.
Are you serious? Is this to shop for a birthday present for...
Aona, yeah, I don't know if he's ever gotten a birthday present before. I don't even know if he knows our birthday's coming up.
Well, first of all, that's very sad. But second of all, what? Why am I?
Because I thought it would be fun if we both went. Do you? And you need to bond with Aona too, so maybe you should get him something.
Why do I need to bond with Aona too?
We just talked about this. You guys need to bond because you guys are so weird and awkward around each other.
We're not weird. We're just strangers. We don't know each other.
How was last night, sleeping in the same room with him?
It was fine. We talked about...
DM, can I roll insight?
Sure.
Okay. Roll.
18.
Me, I think I have an 18 deception, so I think that's you beat it. So he's lying. Things were not very fine.
Listen, Dresden, I know you. I know you better than you think I know you.
I feel as though you're being a little hostile here, and when things went fine, we slept in the same room, and we didn't. You're not going to bond instantly with someone over one night.
Exactly, which is why I think that we should go get a gift. We can maybe get a joint gift. You have to at least sign the card.
As you're continuing this conversation, you can see up ahead there are two shops across the way. They're the only two shops that kind of stand out just a little bit, only because there's no one walking into them. And reading the signs, the first one that you see is called Gerald's Goops and Games.
Okay.
This is so good.
And the second one that you see right across the way, directly across from it, Barry's Boops and Games.
What do they look like on the outside?
They're kind of run down. They have bright colors, but they look a little dusty. It looks like it hasn't really been cleaned or like taken care of in a while. But there are like what look to be like toys in the front of it, like kind of moving a little bit, kind of bouncing up and down. And they look oddly similar, but like just different color schemes.
Is this a Gerald's
Goops and Games, and then across the street is Barry's Boops and Games.
So games. Okay.
So I asked Deville about some good places to get Aona gifts, and he pointed me in this direction. But I mean, we know that it's been a while since Deville's been here, so I'm not really sure if he was.
He suggested the Goops and Games and the Boops and Games places.
So they both have games?
Yeah, I almost wanted the other one to be named Barry's Barrels. What was it?
Barry?
Barry's Boops and Bames. He's like, is this like his favorite toy place when he was a kid? Or?
We actually just didn't get that far.
Aona's pretty old, right?
Yeah, but he never had a childhood.
That is so sad. I mean, I can relate in a way, but...
Yeah, so let's go explore our inner child and buy some Boops and Bames.
Oh, so are we going to Boops and Bames or Goops and Games?
Let's heads or tails it.
Heads or tails, sure. Here, you
Flip a coin.
do the honors.
Flip a coin. Where are we going today?
Coins on it here.
Gary's Goops or Barry's
you have a coin?
Boops?
I have one in here. Give me 1 second, gamers.
I got a coin for you.
Michelle's got a coin.
Okay. How about head for Goops? No, heads for Gooped or tails for Booped?
Tail. Heads.
Oh, well, let's get Gooped.
We're getting Gooped today.
Let's get gooped.
Lead the way.
So Azram makes his way into Gerald's Goops and Games.
Yeah,
okay.
As you walk in, there's like a ding on the door frame as you walk in, and it's strange. It smells like the immediate smell that you get is like bubble gum. You don't really know why, and the air is musty. Looking around, you can see like various items, like looks like plastic bottles filled with like swirling liquids, and like there's like whoopee cushions on one side, but then there's also like plastic disguises, like little mustaches and things like that. And as you take a step, there's no one in here. There doesn't sound like there's anyone in here. Everything has like a thin layer of like dust on it. Like nothing's.
This place is abandoned. This building needs to be condemned.
There are lights on in the place. There are lights on, and you can hear like soft, like really old, like record playing music. But other than that, there's no one in here.
It's one big ocean
Do you
violation.
keep going?
Yeah.
He walks around.
You take a step forward, and before you can get like 5 feet in, from the ceiling, all of a sudden there's a wah! And there's like a little there's like a clown coming out of a little box that's hanging from the ceiling.
Justin falls
down?
backwards. God, I can't do this.
And then you hear from the corner, you can hear some like wobbling kind of towards you guys. I gotcha there. I gotcha.
Like, what the?
Welcome to Gerald's Boops. Sorry, that's my cousin. Welcome to Gerald's Goops and Games. And as he's walking, you can see that it's like this
Tears in my eyes.
You can see this shorter elderly man wearing bright orange overalls and a plaid shirt underneath. His left hand has a puppet, looks pretty handmade. And he kind of hobbles over to you, and he reaches his hand out, and he's like, I'm Gerald, it's nice to meet you.
Shake the nice man's hand.
Azrum's like, he shakes his hand. Fuck you, I know you
Can't get it out.
When he shakes it, immediately it's like a bzzz. And his hand as Azrum's shocked by something in this man's hand, and he goes
Azrum, because, lightning dude, he's like not phased at all and just honestly looks a little unimpressed. And he's just looking as like,
Well, what can I do for you?
Okay.
Can you put the clown away, please?
Oh. Porky?
Yes. Please put Porky in the box.
Oh, this the clown that's named Porky.
Please put Porky away. I'm begging.
Oh, all right. I'll put him in the back. I'll let him sit down for a little bit. Well, welcome to my shop. You lovely folks looking for some magic? I got all the magic needs you could need.
Oh, like real magic?
Yeah. You could see it in his eyes. Just by walking into the shop, you can't really... There's no real magic in here. Nothing is actually magical. There's no magical items.
What the...
But he firmly believes that there is.
So, he like gets off the floor. He's like dusting himself off.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's a good joke. It was good. We're looking for a gift for a friend.
My brother.
Oh, a gift. Okay. Well, do you have anything in particular that you're looking for? You want one of these? And he pulls out a whoopee cushion. And he kind of like presses a little bit. What does the whoopee cushion sound?
Like a fart.
Like a squeeze.
He squeezes it just a little bit, goes.
I don't. No, I think it's like a little far from the direction. I don't really think.
No on that. Okay.
No on the whoopee cushion.
I got some other stuff. Over here we got some of these potions. You need a potion, and he pulls out one of the plastic bottles, and it looks like it's like shimmery, and it's like blue on the inside.
What does it do?
This one's a love. Well, it's your brother. So no love potion for you. You need a love potion, sir.
You know, honestly,
No. Hey. I don't. Hey, we're
wait,
good.
wait.
Is
Throw
that
the love potion in the bag. We'll
Alrighty,
grab
sounds
one.
good. I'll put it at the front for you.
Dresden, I'll save it for your birthday.
Is that the goop? Is that goops?
Is that the
Does
goop?
that count as goops?
Oh, you haven't seen my goops, but they're in the back.
What? It's the name of the store. Why do you keep the goops in the back?
What is the goops?
He's like, I'll be right back. But let me go grab something. I think that I can find something for you, okay?
Okay.
And he leaves and he hobbles, and there's like a little back room that's like kind of like dimly lit. And he goes back there, and you can hear him kind of like murmuring to someone. And after like, it's like the voice is kind of like younger, and you can hear him kind of like go back and forth. And then he eventually comes shuffling out with a giant cardboard box filled with random things. And he comes over to you and he starts pulling them out. He's like, okay, here's what I got for you. This one's kind of nice and sentimental if you want it. It's like he pulls out this necklace, and it's like a heart locket. He's like, you could put a little picture inside of it. It's really nicely made. This one hasn't broken yet, so it's really good. This one's holding on strong.
Did you say yet? You said yet, right?
And then I got some of these, and he pulls out like these like really like plastic knives, and he
Azram doesn't know it's plastic at first, and he like gets ready to pounce. He's like, ugh.
And he kind of like makes a motion of stabbing himself, and you can see that it's like a retractable knife. He's like, oh! And he like kind of like peeks his eye open.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha! It's a fake knife, you see?
If you wanted
really
to
fun
pretend
and quirky.
You wanted to pretend to murder someone in cold blood. I get it.
Absolutely, you got the spirit. And then he's like, I got two more things. Okay, the next thing is kind of bigger, and he pulls it out, and you can see when he unfolds it, it's a t-shirt, and it says, my favorite sister bought me this shirt.
Well,
I know that you're...
Throw it in the bag, too. Yeah, I want that, too.
Alrighty, sounds good. We're making good business today. And then, and the last thing is this little mug, and he pulls out a mug, and it has a picture of a dog on it, and it says Rusty's dad. All of these items, it looks like they were very specific.
Who's Rusty?
Randy's Goth B-Day.
Rusty.
Scott B-Day's coming up.
It's coming up. It's the 24th.
Oh, yeah.
It's our anniversary.
You should wear it on the...
That's definitely the energy.
What? Who's Rusty?
You know, I'm not really sure.
Is this
I'm
like
not really sure how.
It's like a preemptive Rusty. Like if we want,
Well, yeah, these are just things that I've collected over the years. These are the more valuable items in my shop.
Oh, these are the more valuable.
These are the goops.
Maybe.
No, you're the one who knows. You're supposed to tell me if they are or not. Gerald,
A
please.
wizard never tells.
You're a wizard. Is that right?
And he goes behind the little counter and he pulls out a little like hat, and it looks like a witch hat, but it's made out of paper mache. And he puts it on, and he's like, I'm in the works of making it, of painting it. But yes, I would say that I am.
That's wow.
Azram is too stunned to speak.
So your magical wares.
Okay, Azram's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And he's gonna take a glance around the store to see if there's anything worth his time.
Okay. You get some kind of presence of magic, but it's all from the back room, and there's nothing's coming out from the main room here.
So you said your goops were back there?
Yeah, my goops are in the back.
Okay, so
Can we see the goops?
Sure, we can see the goops.
Is this man gonna kill me? Can I?
Dresden has like a hand on his dagger.
And so he goes to the back, and he's talking again. There's a conversation going back and forth, and this he comes out and he's like, wait, you don't have to come out here. You see a shorter, younger person walking out, probably like a child, you say, but not too young, probably like 15 is the age. And they kind of come out and they're like, I'm so sorry for whatever it is that he is saying to you right now. He looks a little like eyes wide and kind of embarrassed. I'm so sorry. The goops are like, he like comes closer to you guys. He's like,
God.
The goops are like, I don't know, in his head.
What? He's got imaginary goops. What? It's okay. We're just curious.
Yeah, he's really old. And no one really comes in here, which is why I'm very shocked that you have come in here. Usually no one asks questions. And
Well, okay. Well, maybe you can help us, child.
my name's Felix. Hi.
Hi, Felix.
Hi.
So yeah, I was thinking, I was recommended to come here. Do you know anything about snag racing?
Oh, let's see. Does it? Yeah. I've heard a little bit about that.
Do you know Lightning Star Song?
Let's see. He's one of those older like racers, right? He was like he's like what they call like one of the classics or something.
He's real old.
Is it really? Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, he told us to come here.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, it's apparently one of his favorite places to get gifts or something, like toy store.
Oh. Interesting.
So, anyway, I'm shopping for a gift for my little brother. See my little brother?
Is he? I don't know. Have you had that conversation
I
yet?
feel like you should know that.
Well, we're twins.
Oh, well then you're just the same age. Then there's no
Who was
one older.
born first? It matters. Felix.
Okay, all right. Well,
Anyway, well, my to be determined, maybe younger, maybe older twin brother, his birthday is coming up, which means my birthday's coming up. And
Happy
you
birthday.
see, thanks. I need to get a gift for him because I don't think he's ever had a birthday celebration in his whole life because he had a really sad childhood. And so I really was trying to get him something fun and lighthearted, but also cool and quirky, but also sentimental at the same time. Do you have anything that fits that bill?
Well, does he like to read?
I don't know if he can read.
Okay.
Do you have any, like, maybe we can, do you have, like, are we in the goop room yet?
Listen, no, you.
No. You're in the main room. The kid came out.
So Azram's gonna be like, what's back there in that room? I just feel some energy coming from it.
Oh, that's where I do my homework. And yeah, I he's my grandfather.
And so,
Damn. It's just a kid.
9.
I got a 1.
Is he lying?
No.
No, that's where he does his homework?
Yeah.
Can I go in there? Do you mind?
Oh,
I'm just gonna go. I just feel like I'm not gonna lie. I
You
don't
walk
care.
past him and he's like, oh, it's not clean. I didn't clean it. And while this is all happening, you can just see that Gerald is just kind of like talking to his puppet, like in the corner. Like
He's just
literally
facing a corner of the room talking.
he literally is completely checked out.
Suck kid.
The kid. So, are you going back?
Yeah.
Okay, you go back, and there's literally, it's like a curtain that goes through the back, and you can see there's like a desk set up, and you could see like papers everywhere, like, and it looks like the kid was just sitting there, and there's also, there's a frog. And it's like a frog that's sitting on the desk. Looks like it's just kind of like hopping, sitting there.
Is your curiosity satisfied? We've officially seen this kid's homework and his pet frog.
There's like books everywhere and stuff like that. But if there's anything magical, you can feel it. It's like in this room.
Where can I see it? Like what's radiating magic?
Up? Yeah.
Just from the frog.
The frog?
Looking at it.
Frog is magic.
Hey, Felix.
Yes.
The fuck's up with this frog?
Don't. Kid, I don't think you're supposed to curse in front of those things.
Oh, that's...
Justin, what were you doing when you were 15?
Well, I was cursing, but I don't think that's the regular kid experience.
I can curse. I curse all
Say
the time.
Say a curse.
Stupid shit.
I take it back.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna tell your grandfather about that one.
don't. Don't actually. I mean, he might not even remember anyway.
Yeah, he's in a conversation right now.
So, Felix, this frog,
Yes.
what's going on
This
with
is
it?
my pet frog. He's just,
Where'd you get him from?
he's mine. He's been in the family forever.
That didn't answer my
What do
question.
you mean forever? Wait, what? How old is this frog?
Well, it was passed down to me.
No, this is already off.
Nope.
He's passed down. Okay.
Yeah, he's my pet frog.
What does he do? What's his name? What?
His name is Bean.
Bean?
Bean.
Bean the frog.
Bean the frog. And he's my magic frog.
What does he do?
He's just my friend.
What magic does he do?
Well, he talks to me. I
He
can talk to
talks?
him.
Can I talk to him?
I don't know. Are you magical?
I don't know. Are you magical?
Yes.
Azzurum is like, hey, ribbit.
The frog kind of like kind of looks at you and goes.
Yeah, that frog, they can't fucking talk, Felix. I think you're cuckoo crazy too, just like your grandfather.
All right, okay. That's all right. Listen,
The family.
it's been nice. Why don't we, before you fist fight this child, why don't we go look at if Gerald is not all there? Why don't we talk to Barry? It seems like Barry's got. We might have a better shot getting a gift there.
Sure.
All right, Felix. Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks.
Just with everything.
Azram blows his papers off his desk.
Why would you?
My homework. Why did you do that? For what? For what reason? Or you're like a big bully or something?
Azram's just walking out.
Gerald, you can, as you're walking out, he's still like in like deep conversation.
Dresden pulls out a gold and leaves it there and takes the bag of shit that they bought.
Can I throw in like a fake like eyeglass mustache set into that bag as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have the t-shirt, the
The love potion.
love potion, and eyeglass and mustache. So
I'll throw
far.
the mug in there. The Rusty's dad's mug. I don't know. Maybe you'll need it someday.
Yeah, I don't think he has any mugs. That's a
Okay.
pretty considerate gift.
Okay. Yeah, I'm working on it. But let's see if we can. All right. Let's pushes out the door.
Oh, have a great day, you guys. Have a great day, folks.
You too, Gerald. You too.
All right, over to Barrel. What's his name?
Barry.
Barry, my bad.
Barrel. Barry. Just out one door and then immediately turn around and enter the other.
As you walk in, it is a very similar setup.
Is it also musty?
This one's not as musty. He's a little more put together.
Does it smell like bubblegum?
No, this one smells a little bit like lavender.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little bit, it looks a little bit more kept up with. Still some the oddities, but you can you feel like there's been people in here at least.
Okay.
There's definitely been people in here. And you walk in, and it's same kind of vibe, though.
Oh, hello? He's bracing himself for a clown popping up from the ceiling.
Coming from the back is a man who is also elderly. He looks very similar to Gerald, your dear old friend, and but except he's wearing like a vest. He looks a little more put together. He's wearing like a vest and some slacks. His hair's kind of pulled back in like a ponytail. He has like gray hairs.
Is he hot?
And I guess we'll find out. He's pretty hot.
Damn, Barry.
Barreled, if you will.
He's like a little more beefy. He walks the cane.
Oh.
And you can see as you're getting like closer, like further into the shop, that there are other things besides like joke stuff. Like the joke supply is kind of shoved into a corner. There's more like there's like plushies. You can see cute little animals and some jewelry. There's like a jewelry section. There's some that's like more for like kids, and then there's some that's like more mature and stuff like that. Some necklaces with like different jewels and earrings and stuff like that. And then at the counter he actually has like candy, like racks of different candies you can like pick from. And he walks in and he's like, "Oh, hello. Lovely to see you today. How are you folks doing?"
See, this is what I was talking about. This is a little more up our alley. Hello. Hi. Barry, right?
Yep, Barry is the name. How can I help you?
First of all, do you know anything about the fuck is going on at Gerald's?
Yes. That's my old cousin Gerald.
And the frog?
No, the family frog. Yes.
All right.
I guess you met
Bean?
Felix? Beanie?
Bean. Yes, you've met Bean. He's been through a lot, so we keep the shop open so that he is satisfied in his old age.
Gerald or Bean?
Gerald, of course.
I was like, now don't you feel bad? Fucking making fun of that frog. That frog's been through so much.
The frog's lived a hard life. It's like a toad with like scars on it.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Okay, anyway, so long story short, it's my brother's birthday coming up, and I need to get him a gift because I don't think he's ever gotten a gift in his whole life, and he needs to explore his inner child, and he needs to get him a gift because he needs to become friends with him. So if you can get us something like that, maybe it's also going to be my birthday, so maybe something that is like sentimental, like brotherly.
Okay, all right. Let's see what we can do. Do you like jewelry? I have lots of jewelry over here, and he kind of like pulls you over to.
Azram like looks down to all of the jewelry he's wearing. He's like wearing multiple rings, multiple bracelets, a necklace, a choker.
He gives you a second glance, and he's like, okay, well then maybe this is the right area for you. And he comes over. He's like, so I have this lovely necklace with the sapphire gem at the bottom. Is that piquing your no?
Oh no! Honestly, yeah, we're getting closer.
Nice.
I already have a necklace,
Okay.
and it's a special necklace. So like, I'm maybe not a necklace, but I like the jewel. Do you have something else with
Yeah,
that?
I have. And he pulls out these two bracelets, and he's like, well, these are two of a pair. It's the same stone, just different cuts, so they look slightly different, but they go from the same stone. Would you like to try it on?
Are they like the kind of bracelets that are like magnetic? And like, so when you get close, they like link?
Yes. Yes. He puts them together. He's like, and look. Cool.
Wow. Already a better experience.
Do you think he'd like it? Can I hold them?
Of course. And he places them in your hand. They're like a little heavier than you imagine because it is actually made pretty well.
How long is my detect magic up?
It's like an hour.
So can I look around the store and the bracelets and just see if there's anything like cuckoo crazy going on?
And there's nothing seems to be magical in the shop.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, yeah, I think these bracelets might be a good one for me and Aona. Dresden, anything here?
We got some plushies over here. I don't know what kind of relationship that you have. And
Do you have any plushies of like a lion?
A what?
a lion. Let me go look. And he goes over and he's kind of shuffling through them. And he's like, I think I have him in storage. Please hold.
Is that where the boops are? Where are the boops in this store?
The boops are the plushies.
Okay, that
all
makes
right,
sense.
all
You hoop
right.
'em.
Correct.
Exactly, you understand.
Good
All right.
answer.
Yeah, we asked for the goops at the last.
Oh, never ask about the goops. That's a word of advice. Never ask about the goops.
Yeah, we learned
Should
that.
remove that from the sign. Just straight up.
Gerald's games.
Gerald's games.
Gerald and games.
Yeah, he takes his leave and he goes to the back and he's shuffling a little bit and then he comes out and it's like kind of like one of those like pillow pet type situations, and
Okay.
it's like kind of like flatter. And yeah, it's just kind of like laying on his stomach. It's really plushy, and he has like a little heart by his eye.
Is this something within Aona's taste? Do you know?
No, I'm getting this for me. I just was
Yeah,
curious.
I'll get it for you then. It's my birthday present to you then.
Okay.
What was that?
Barry's kind of standing there holding the plushie out in front, seeing this, and he's like,
I mean, Dresden, like, we're friends and all, but I feel like buying me a plushie's a little intimate.
What are you talking?
This one has a heart on it,
Barry looks around.
Is there this unknown etiquette to gift giving that I'm not aware of?
apparently. I mean, I feel like you don't just give. I mean, Barry, what do you think? Do you just like? And for a reference, Barry, like I'm in a relationship, and so.
Oh my god.
And I fully respect that.
Oh.
But yet he's trying to buy me a gift of a plushie with a heart on it.
Well, I give plushies to all my grandkids. I mean, I feel like they're multi-purpose, right?
Why are you nervous?
He does not know the connection of the two of you in front of him. He's like, so
You know,
would you like the plushie? Or?
Yeah, sure. Give me the plushie. Thank you, Dresden.
Okay. Yeah.
But I also expect something on my birthday too.
What?
Maybe breakfast in bed.
That's way more intimate.
That seems a little bit more romantic.
Okay, maybe not breakfast in bed.
So the bracelets and the plushie for you.
Yeah, and Azram picks out another even more romantic plushie that like it looks a little bit more like I don't know, like
you can. There's probably like a bear. It's like pink, and it has like it has like hearts on the tummy. And
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it's holding like a rose.
okay, yeah, that one. Dresden, you're also getting that one. That's your gift to Aona.
What are you talking about? I can't do that. Why would I do that?
Aona, sometimes you need to kind of spell it out for him. So you gotta
Spell what out? What do you think I'm spelling out to Aona?
I just thought maybe that if you express some sort of love that like maybe like it would meet in the middle and it would be like
Oh my god.
honestly, I just think it'd be kind of funny.
I'll give him this stuff. He says he holds up the Gerald's bag.
Yeah.
He'll think it's a fun joke. Sure. Let's it's a fun thing. Throw in the bear.
All right. So I got the bear and the lion and the necklace, the bracelets, and it's gonna be about 15 silver.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Sounds fair enough.
I hand it over.
Thank you for your service. Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
I'm good. I'm so good.
Yeah, honestly, no.
Tell Felix that we're sorry.
Oh, Felix, what a good kid.
Yeah, we bullied him.
We bullied your nephew.
Sorry about that. It was not intentional.
You
It was.
Yeah, anyway, we gotta go.
wait.
All right.
And as you're walking out, he's kind of like, wait. and then the door shuts. And you walk out, and you're back on the street, and it is just as pleasant as it was before. Maybe a little bit more hustle and bustle as the day has been progressing. And you can see Felix kind of looking out the window from the shop across, and he catches you guys, and he kind of gives like a little wave to you guys.
Like calling us over?
No,
Oh,
like a bye.
About to cry.
Azram waves and it's just like...
Dresden just shakes his head at him. Taking one last look inside through the window to see where Gerald is.
He is... What's he doing now?
Dead.
He actually had a heart attack, and now he's...
The excitement of having a first customer for the first time in 20 years.
Gerald's last sale.
Gerald's last sale.
Oh god.
He's like slow dancing with the puppet.
And with that,
What kind of freak
just
behavior?
give like a sad shake of the head to Felix.
And you walk off into the day.
The Tale of Aona and Ladara.
So, Ladara, Aona, can I have you guys roll for me?
Oh,
Can
Sure.
you roll
absolutely.
a d20 plus your dex and your proficiency?
Oh, perfect. Okay.
okay.
What'd you get?
It's a 13.
20.
Oh, shit.
We said plus dex, right? And
Plus
then
dex
proficiency.
and
Yeah,
proficiency.
so, yeah, it was 12. Yeah, okay.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. Just wrote that down.
Oh.
Good.
The last few days have been exhausting for the Strings of Fate, to say the least. You have all been taking it easy because of that, but not that easy. You, Aona, and Ladara have been training, keeping sharp with Granny for the last few hours in the morning here. And now you're walking back to the Sleepy Sheep. Granny had spent the last few hours supervising her two pupils during their sparring matches, pitting the two against each other while standing by, keeping score. Ultimately, Ladara was the victor, as per your roles.
Oh, nice.
That's what I thought.
As you're walking, are you saying anything to each other?
I feel like I almost had you on the last one.
No.
Yeah, I failed to see how you could have.
I mean, once again, I've just proven that I'm the best.
In one set of sparring matches. Next time.
I feel like it's been a couple. What do I know?
As you all maneuver through the winding streets of Lunastra, you stray away from the main paths that, the Salankari take, and you make your way to more pedestrian residential areas. You start to notice that the city is not just made up of buildings and streets, but people. And you start to notice the way that these people interact with each other. You see people leaning out of their windows, laughing with their neighbors down below. You overhear a conversation between two women talking about the unfortunate Salankari lesson one of them had with her son today. You see children running past you and into their well-lit homes, greeted by their families with open arms. And you see laundry hung from second-story clotheslines and flags and lights and plants hung outside of windows and doors and terraces. You smell meat cooking and sweets baking. A few older kids run by you, paper planes in their hands and a ball for a sport that you don't recognize. The heart of a city is in its people, in its community. And you start to really take notice of the community you found yourself walking through. You eventually find yourselves walking into an opening. A community square of sorts with a relatively simple fountain right in the middle, and a sizable crowd of people. They're milling about the square and they're talking and hanging out. And some of them are dancing. There are lights strung across the top from building to building, kind of making a sort of a central gathering place for these people. There's a band playing somewhere you can't quite see, and there are small little carts with different things. There's like a flower cart, there's somebody cooking with a griddle out, and where the cobblestones turn into smooth pavement in the middle, surrounding the fountain, you can see kids, and they're covering the ground in chalk. And along one side of a building that's facing inward, there's a giant building that's completely blank, except it's not, because there are people with paint buckets and brushes and rollers, and they're making a mural, and they're just painting and having fun. You found yourself in like the middle of like kind of a block party.
I feel as though I took a wrong turn somewhere here. Sorry about that.
Is it like that's all right. This seems quite interesting. Should we see what's going on?
If you're okay with
Come
it.
on, why not? What else are we doing?
Sure.
What are you doing?
Aona is like a little overwhelmed. I mean, honestly, she's never really been a part of a festival like this. He is just staring onward at everything that's happening.
Same. Ladara's kind of wide-eyed and like mouth open, kind of in awe at the lights and and the camaraderie between all these people. It's something that I feel like she hasn't seen in quite a while. And I think that she probably just kind of walk forward and go towards the...
Would you like a
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, give us a little map. Give us
a little map?
a little layout.
A few points of interest is definitely like the wall people are painting on, the chalk. There's also, like I said, there's a flower cart. There's a person there giving out flowers and plants and things like that. There's somebody on the other side who's got, like I said, the griddle out and they're cooking, handing out, you know, like the fantasy equivalent of like somebody with a food cart with like those styrofoam containers that has just like full of food.
Yeah.
Like wooden
They just like
bowls or whatever.
stack
Yeah,
it.
just stack it up.
She'd probably be more piqued to go towards like the flower cart. Just kind of like in awe at all the different kinds. You would probably like, she kind of giddily like runs over, straying a little farther away from Aona, not on purpose. She's just kind of so excited. She's like, oh my gosh. She goes over and she's looking at all the flowers.
As you go to the cart, you can see that there's a person who's manning the cart. They're tall, they're tiefling. They have sort of like a human skin tone rather than like a fantasy skin tone. And they have long brown curly hair, and outside out of the curly hair poke like little black goat horns. And she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, hello. One moment." And she takes some a little flower crown that she's made, and there's a kid who's like, "Give me." And so she gives it to them, and they run off. And she's like, "Oh, hello, how can I help you?"
Hi.
"Oh, I don't think I recognize you. Are you new here?"
Yeah. Hello. We just got into town just
Hi.
a couple days
Lovely.
ago.
"Hello. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Faye. How are you?"
Hello. It's so lovely to meet you. My name's Ladara.
"Ladara." "And
This is Aona.
Yes.
Anna, wonderful." She uses she/they pronouns, by the way.
What is happening here? What's happening?
Well, you see, it's Old Man Puck's birthday, so we're just kind of throwing a little party for him. He's turning 90.
Oh, wow.
He's doing great for his age.
That's so lovely.
Is it normal to celebrate a birthday like this?
Oh, well,
Here?
sure. I mean, here we kind of do this kind of thing for a lot of things. For, birthdays and marriages and, weddings and things like that. And people graduate from school and everything. So sometimes we do that here. Yeah.
Wow.
You're welcome to join in, of course. If you want, I'm giving out flowers. This is my cart that I bring into markets. They call me Faye the Florist because I've got like a green thumb, But if you'd like anything, feel free to take it.
Oh, I don't mean to intrude. And
No,
also,
of
I would
course.
love to take a look at your flowers.
Absolutely, yes.
Do you
Go
have,
ahead.
like, flower crowns?
Oh, yes, they're my favorite. I make them. Here. What's your favorite color, dear?
Lavender.
Lavender, lovely. And would you like one, my dear?
Sure, make him one.
Sure. What's your favorite color?
Do you have
Blue. He says, looking down.
She said, okay, yeah. Oh, give me one moment. I think I have some. And she goes to the back of her cart and she's sort of like milling about. She's got like a couple of like things coming out of her cart that have like they're little like bars that are holding all of her pre-made flower crowns. So she like pulls one out. She's like, oh, this one I think is lovely for you, dear. And she gives it to you. It's a purple little, full of like lavenders that are lavender stems that are coming out and everything.
Oh, it's so lovely.
It's got a ribbon on the back that goes down.
I used to make flower crowns with my sister when I was younger.
Oh,
But
that's lovely.
I haven't had one in a while. Thank you.
Of course, yes, of course. And for you. And she hands Aona a similar one. It's got a little bit more greenery in it, so it's got some blue blossoms on it.
Have you ever seen a flower crown before?
No, this is my first time.
You're supposed to put it
Here,
on your head.
and she takes it from your hands and is like, kind of stands on her tiptoes to place it on top of Auna's head. There.
You can see like the windiness in his hair kind of starts blowing the blossoms a little bit as he's just sort of lets it settle. He's like,
It looks nice.
really?
Yeah. And she'll put hers on her head and kind of nestle it in.
Oh, look at you two. Perfect. Wonderful. If you would like, I hear that Marland's cooking up some things over there, and you're more than welcome to draw on the walls or on the floor. We usually have the kids draw on the floor because the chalk is less permanent.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, if you'd like to do that, you're welcome to. No one's going to judge you, but also, Old Man Puck wouldn't mind a few more additions to his wall.
Well, then, perhaps we'll take a moment over there. She looks a little excited. Oh, no, are you hungry or anything?
Yeah. It's been a long day. Sure. Yes, I am
Okay.
hungry.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Faye. I
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
it's lovely to have you here. If you ever need anything, just let me know. We're all very kind here. Honestly, they're really nice. They took me in whenever I was in a sort of hard place, so they're more than happy to welcome in some new faces.
Thank you so much.
Let's have fun.
As they're walking,
Okay, you go first.
she'll turn to Aona and go, have you ever celebrated your birthday? Like a birthday party like this?
I used to. I used to when I was young with my mother. Well, I guess it's not really a celebration. It's more so, when I saw her, she'd always make me something, which was always a nice break from the diet that my father had us on. Sorry.
No, that's,
I should
that's
kind of.
lovely.
Yes.
Not the father part.
Just people. This isn't strange to you. I mean, everyone here is so nice to. We're strangers to these people.
I've seen places like this before. My hometown used to be like this. Sometimes they would throw gatherings, but yeah, this is common in peaceful places, which
Really?
is not kind of the kind of places that we've been to recently. So have you never seen anything like this before?
Honestly, no. Or at least if I have. I didn't notice it like I am now, he says. Everything's so colorful.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is a good redo on a pretend like we're normal day. We can relax and enjoy the party for... Oh, God, what was his name?
Old Man Puck.
Puck.
Is that right?
Yeah. Old Man Puck is the name.
His 90th birthday.
If you look over to the side, there is a little chess table set up, and you can see Granny sitting down, if that's okay.
Yeah, she absolutely would be.
She's sitting down across from an old man, who you don't know his name is, but it could be Puck.
Is that Granny?
Oh.
You can see it's really intense, and there are a few people surrounding them, and you can see Granny tap her finger on her chin and think,
You're really trying to be tricky here, aren't you?
you know me.
After all these years, your senses ain't been dulled, huh?
Fit as a fiddle. Go ahead, take your turn.
Alright then. Let's see how you feel about this. She says she slams her chest.
The crowd goes,
Oh, backed into a corner now. What will the wolf do?
Granny?
Oh.
Is that you?
Isn't that my little prodigy? All right. Hey, this isn't part of your training, but try to relax. Especially you, Aona. You took quite a beating today.
Yeah, Aona, you might want to take it lightly. I know that I really destroyed you with it.
A beating is a harsh way to describe what happened.
Do you know these people, Granny?
Oh, Old Man Puck and I go back years. Years and years.
Happy birthday.
thank you, dear. I didn't think of a fucking voice for him
That's
yet.
perfect. He's a bit of a silver-tongued devil. That's true. In his old days. Sorry, I'm making things up for Old Man Puck.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Any characterization's fine.
He's a good sort.
I've never beaten her once in my life, and I'm gonna do it today.
All right, yeah, all
90
right. A bit
years.
of a wishful thinking on your birthday. Is that right?
Ladara kind of leans in. She's like, Granny, you're not going to go easy on him. It is his 90th birthday.
You don't. Here's another lesson for you, Lidara. You see here, sometimes, right, pride gets in the way of many things. And I know for a fact that if I went easy on him and were to lose, which is nigh on impossible at this point in our lives, he's 90 years too young for that. Not only would my pride be hurt because of such a move, but his pride would also be hurt. And, well, I've met quite a few people with fragile pride in their lives. Thankfully, Old Man Puck at least has got some senses to his head these past 90.
Aye. That's right. That's right. Don't go easy on me, all right?
Oh, I wasn't even dreaming of it.
All right.
You folks have a lovely time.
Yeah, it's so intense over there.
It is very intense.
The energy is very
I've never
intense.
seen a more intense chess match in my life.
Food.
Food, yeah. Let's eat.
You guys walk over to the little food cart.
Of course.
Beautiful. So when you get over there, there's a little, it's like a makeshift cart. Like there's the griddle, there's like a set-up table where they're serving stuff. And there are two people behind the counter, but one of them is actually cooking. And they're blue. I don't know if you've seen their like heritage before. Have you seen no, do you know what a trident is?
I don't think either of them would know what tritons are. No.
Beautiful. So you just see some person with little fins for ears. And they've got like an undercut and like white long hair that's pulled back into a bun.
Are they hot?
Oh my god, probably.
I hope so.
Yes, they are.
Disregarding the rule.
Absolutely, they're
Yes.
incredibly hot.
Nice.
They've got a bunch of piercings, an open shirt that's not safe for cooking. and they're doing a bunch of like tricks.
Ding, ding, ding.
And as you approach, are you saying anything or?
I don't know what. How do you open a conversation like this? Just say hello.
You could just walk up and then say, "Hi." Is there a menu? Do you see a menu?
No, I don't.
There's no menu.
It just looks like there's
Okay,
food
all right.
and
Well,
bowls.
there's just if you'd like to, just take a walk up and say, "Hi." What do you make? What do you serving? What do you make?
They puts a bowl out and they ding a little bell and they go, "Order up!" And a kid runs up, takes it, scurries off.
Was that kid's order, or did he just steal that? Do you think
More
that's
questions?
thievery?
He might have stolen that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's. No time like the present.
Just.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
What are you? What?
Servant.
They kind of
What
stop.
do you? Sir.
Ladara walks up and puts a hand on his back and just kind of is like,
You all right?
What are you guys serving over here?
Oh, we got a lot of things. You two new around here.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yeah. We just came into town a couple days ago.
Got
We
it.
stumbled across this and we thought it looked very interesting. So,
Blocks open to everybody. We got a lot of things. I mean, what are you feeling? I can make about anything,
Just about anything.
We got like fish. We got plants. I mean, I don't know if they're plant-based diet or.
will you maybe just make us the best seller?
The what? The best
seller.
seller.
Yeah, whatever is best in your opinion.
Fish.
Sure.
Fish and plants.
Fish and
rice.
oh yeah, we
something?
got rights. Absolutely. Do you like it spicy? I like it spicy.
Spicy's fine.
Spicy. Yeah, that sounds fine.
You're gonna eat those words.
He's taken aback for a moment. He's like,
You're like,
crap.
yep.
No.
Faye grew these peppers. You're not gonna like them, but if you say so, and you can make an insight check.
Yeah. For Aona, that's.
Ooh.
I think that's 16.
Okay.
That is 20, but I rolled a 3, so whatever you want to do with that information.
There's a moment where they look at Aona and they like look up and down. Lidara, I think you can tell that they're flirting. Just a little bit, and they're like,
Oh.
Uh,
"All right, some spicy fish with some rice and some vegetables coming right up."
Sounds great. Why would I not like the peppers? Why would you?
Oh.
Why would they put? He like leans into you. He's like, why would they put something in there that I'm not gonna like?
They get to work. They're turned away.
I think that they might just fancy you a little, maybe just slightly.
Like fancy a fight?
No, not a fight. Like they might just find you attractive.
What? What do you mean?
Well, I just by their body language and the way that they were speaking, I feel like there was hinting that they might find you
Little
attractive.
playful.
Hinting at
I find you attractive. Yep.
what? So what is that? What do they want to do about that?
Well, I mean, if you don't reciprocate, then there's nothing to be done unless they specifically ask you out or something. And
Okay. I mean, they're quite attractive. But I don't know them very well.
well, then I guess if they ask you out, you can just make that decision if you would like to.
Damn.
I don't.
Like going on a date or something.
On a.
They come back. They cook pretty fast. And they do the same thing where they put it on the table, they ding the bell, and they go, "There you go, sweetheart. Name's Marland, by the way. Nice to meet you."
Thank you.
Yeah, grab it.
You good? Just
Yeah.
on the house.
What?
Or-
No,
Everybody's got free food today.
everyone's so nice here.
Well, we're just nice people.
I'm not used to that.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Yep. If you need, if it's too spicy for you, just let me know. They laugh and they go back to their stove.
Ladara kind of like,
Are you sure they find me attractive? They were just making fun of me
no.
for not being able to eat spicy food.
let's go sit down and eat.
They're very charismatic. They're very, like, joking.
Yeah, Aona is just like, doesn't read it. He's just like,
it.
what are we talking about?
Let's just sit down and eat.
He says he sits down.
Were you sitting on the fountain?
There's like a
or-
bench or something by the fountain.
Sure.
Yeah, let's sit on the fountain. It'd be nice.
Taking a seat on the fountain. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes, it's just a hint of the words, I guess. They were alluding, I don't really know how to explain this.
It's okay. It's not your job to explain that sort of thing. I have a lot of questions.
That's all right, too. I don't mind. Yeah. And she takes a forkful.
He also takes a fork.
It's pretty good.
How spicy is it?
Really spicy.
Let's see if Ladara can handle her spice.
Okay, yeah.
Also,
Like,
like-
I would like for you guys to both make Constitution saving throws for me.
Not great.
Oh boy.
Not very good.
Natural
a
20.
What'd you get?
9.
9. Well, Ladara, you're like, damn, this is spicy, but it's nothing you can't handle. You're all right. You're like, this is pretty good. Aona, you're coughing.
Oh, God.
Aona like takes his he like dives his whole head into the fountain and just starts like.
The fountain, and she'll like grab this.
The kids that are nearby are like, yeah, and they get in the fountain too.
Are you all right?
I think they're trying to kill me.
Get out
This
of the
attempt
fountain
on my life.
first. Let's get out of the fountain. Let's get out of the fountain and not draw attention
I've had so much-
to us.
I've never had something so impactful in
Milk?
terms of flavor and pain.
You need milk?
Milk? Does milk
I'll be
help?
right back. You just stay on the side of the bench and I will.
Tripping.
I'll be back. She'll run to like the nearest stand. If that's the nearest stand, then she'll go back.
Marland is laughing, and they just have a little glass of milk already on the table.
May I?
Go for it.
Thank you. Also, would you mind making something that's a little less spicy? And I'll pay for it.
Oh, no. No. Like I said, on the house, everybody here's getting free meals today. It's all right.
Thank you. That's very kind.
No worries. I saw it coming. Don't worry.
Yeah. She'll run over and hand out the glass of milk. Here, drink this. Just drink it.
Kids are like splashing in the water now.
Better?
Can you give this to someone I don't want to waste?
Here, I'll eat it. It's all right.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's fine. It's not that spicy to me. And they're making another meal for you.
Shoot. Sorry, I caused a scene.
No, I mean, it's all right if you can't handle your spice. Oh.
It's not that I think that maybe.
Ladara takes a bite. Like a big bite.
Well, you might regret that because I think that maybe they turned up the spice on me
She like
because
swallows
of.
it and she's like, fine.
She's fine. I won't make you roll again.
She just kind of. Well,
It's all right.
It's been a long time since I've had anything spicy. Is all, you know.
Okay, that's fine. Is the food ready?
The food is ready, yeah?
We eat.
You eat, you
Aona's
have
able to stomach.
a fun little conversation, and people are still having fun. People are still painting. There's room on the mural.
You'd notice that Aona's just like staring at the mural and like the people painting, just like eyes locked there.
Oh, what are you looking at?
What are they doing?
Well, it looks like they're painting a mural. Do you want to go up and see? Let's go.
Sure.
And she grabs him by the arm.
What are they painting?
They're not even painting anything specific. That people are just adding whatever they want. There are people who are doing portraits. There's one portrait in the middle that is really nice. You can tell it stands out a little bit, of a woman. And the rest of them are just people going to town on this guy's wall. And there's just a bunch of paint all over the place. At this point, it's been long enough that there's a mess, and that there's quite a bit of paint on the wall already, but there are definitely spots where you could jump in. And you can tell that there are like 10 to 15 people at a time who are just like up there doing whatever.
Is this like drawing?
Yeah, they're painting. It's beautiful. She'll kind of look on the ground and see if there's any like extra paintbrushes, but like she doesn't want it like intrude, so she kind of is like.
You can see that there's like a spot between two people where there's a pretty big, sizable like blank spot. There's definitely a place for you guys to jump in if you wanted. There are people on both sides that are painting as well, and one of them turns to you and is like, "Oh yeah, you want to come up?"
Oh, I don't want to intrude on the.
No,
mural.
I mean literally. Look what I'm painting, and it's bad. And they're like, "Come on, old man Puck doesn't care, really, truly."
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I've drawn something.
Oh, you like to draw?
He thinks for a moment and kind of choosing his words, and he's like, I used to. It was nipped in the bud pretty quick in favor of, focusing on, but I really did. I thought it was fun.
Well, then let's draw. And she'll grab the nearest paintbrush.
Grabs a paintbrush.
What are you drawing? What are you painting? You can see it's a bunch of colors and a bunch of different things. Like, there's no one unifying sort of thing, so you can draw whatever you want.
Aona kind of turns to someone near him and is like, what are we supposed to draw?
Anything you want, darling. Just anything,
I don't really know what would be good to draw.
Well, I mean...
You look over and you can see Ladara is already so focused and like intricately she pulls out like a pencil and she's tracing. She's like tracing on the wall and she's so focused. And you can't really tell what she's making right now, but like she's like very focused and sketching. And
why don't you take a few notes from her? She seems to know what she's doing.
What are you drawing?
Oh, me? Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am.
She gets out of it and she's like, well, I was just thinking about when we saw that garden a long time ago, and I was really just in the mood to draw some flowers, especially because we just saw the card, and I just love flowers, so I decided that would be fun.
What do people usually draw? I just used to draw things that I saw.
Yeah, you can draw things that you saw. You can draw things that you would like to see. You can draw things that are. You can just draw the first thing that comes to your head.
The person who you're talking to is like, I mean, you could draw a self-portrait. Or you got a favorite creator. Favorite critter. Sorry.
Creator.
Creator.
He thinks for a moment, he's like, self-portrait requires me to see myself in. Okay, I have an idea.
Sure, just don't take it too literal. You could just do whatever you want.
Okay, then he'll start painting.
Beautiful. Can I?
Yeah,
I feel like I want to make you roll for this.
Sure.
What would this roll be?
Like performance, dexterity. It could be either charisma or dexterity. Whether it's being, like proficient in something or being like artistically expressive.
Sure, either one of those.
He'll do dexterity.
Cool.
Actually, no, he'll do performance, even though it's worse. Plus, it's not very good. It's very bad, actually. It's like 0. It's I rolled a 2, minus 2.
No. Performance anxiety. It's a 16.
Okay, Ladara's is going really well. Aona has one line down.
Aona is like kind of shaking. His hand is like shaking as he's kind of, his eyes are darting. And you can't really tell what he's looking at, first of all, but he's like trying to like move the brush, but you can see that his hand is like shaking before it even really hits the wall.
Are you okay? Are you alright?
Yes. I didn't expect it to be so difficult.
Do you need any, do you need inspiration? Do you need help on picking something? You said you like to draw things that you can see. Why don't you draw something that you can see? You can draw like the fountain, or you can draw me. You can draw the lights or the sky or something.
Something that I can see. Okay. Can I make one more try?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Use dexterity this time.
Well,
Or if you want to use performance too.
whichever one. Go for it.
It's better if we're going off of dexterity. It's 13.
That's pretty good. The DC for this is not high. It's not hard to do this. You're just painting.
Yeah.
So you both spend a few minutes while the band plays in the background, and you get really focused on your pieces. And after a little bit, paint in your hair and on your hands. Step back, and what do we see?
You can see on the Ladara side is like just a giant rush of colors. She's really just made kind of like a mural of the flowers that she has seen, the flowers that she's taken note of a lot of different types in her notebook. And so she decided to try and create them into life. And so there's like lavender, and there's like chamomile, and there's just different types of for all kind of weaving in and out of each other.
Wow, beautiful.
Down as her looks. Yours is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I hope it's okay. You said to draw something that I could see, and you kind of look at the wall, and there's like this little scene drawn out. It's not huge. It's really small. Just like hanging lantern lights there, and there's like a woman with a sort of purplish flower crown painting on the wall. Just a basic figure. I said, you were very focused and standing still, and it looked nice.
Oh, wow. That looks amazing.
I hope Old Man Puck likes it. You will be on his wall for the foreseeable future.
That's very exciting and an honor. It looks great.
Thank you. It was fun.
I'm glad that you had fun. And they she kind of just takes a step back and looks at the whole thing in awe.
You hear old man Puck shout to the bards on the far side. Hey! Play that one that I like! You know the one, my favorite one.
you know that one.
And they're like, oh, right, yes. And you see there are 3 people there. One's got like a tuba. Someone's got like a lute. There's a tiefling, a human teen, and like a youth, and a half-elf man with brown hair. And they're like, oh, fair fortune. Yeah, got it. Okay. And they start playing, and it's like an upbeat, fun little song, and people start dancing.
Oh.
There have been a few people who are like listening and dancing to the music, but now people have gotten up, and it's Old Man Puck's favorite song, man. So
He, looks and just sort of clears his throat for a moment and says, "That looks like fun."
Do you want to dance?
Yeah, actually, I would.
Oh, really?
I think dancing sounds like fun. I've never done it.
Okay.
Before.
Sure. Yeah. We can dance.
oh my god, roll some performance checks for me.
I've only danced a few times.
13.
Never actually.
Not bad, actually.
Another 13. All
This is a
right.
performance?
Yep.
I hope you don't mind that I'm covered in paint.
It's okay. I'm also covered in paint.
Everyone's covered in
Fun.
paint.
That's a 10.
Not bad. Okay, you guys are a little, out of practice. You're just jamming.
Rusty.
Yeah. How do you dance?
Ooh, how do you dance?
Aona's trying to copy somebody in the crowd that he thinks is moving pretty cool, like nice.
Yeah.
And so it's like a worse version of like the best dancer there.
Ladar will kind of just try and move her hips and like also kind of try and mimic someone, but she looks like she feels very awkward, and she is like, I realize I haven't really partaken in this kind of dancing before, but we will figure it out.
Faye, the tiefling from before, comes in, swoops in, and she grabs your hands. She's like, come on, this is my favorite one too. And she starts swinging you around.
Oh my gosh. She's gone.
He's, I don't know, he's by himself in the middle of the dance floor.
Like breaking down.
Eventually, you all dance through the night. I don't know if you wanted to say anything or do anything.
As like her and Faye are kind of like whipping around, they'll catch Aona, and she'll kind of let go of Faye and be like, come on, and grab Aona and kind of like swing him in, and she's like, oh, yes, okay.
Okay.
And then
we
get down.
Dance. And I think Aona eventually, his movements at start are kind of like rigid and not super great, and at some point he just kind of loses a little bit of self-consciousness and starts to move a little more freely, and maybe it doesn't look the best.
Yeah, I feel like they end up kind of like laughing a bit. It's kind of like one of those things where they're just dancing, and then they end up just having fun. Like Lidara's just kind of living in the moment, and like
for the first time in a very long time,
she's genuinely like laughing out of joy, and
Aona is having fun, and there's paint everywhere, and she's dancing very messily. But Aona has not felt like this. This particular feeling Aona has never felt before, as he is just in the moment, and he's not playing pretend.
And you dance the day away. And that's where we'll end that section.
Hello, this is Christian, the Dungeon Master for the Strings of Fate. I'm currently recording this break with Adea in my earphones because she is on the Discord call with me, keeping me sane while I edit the episode. But hey, welcome to episode 50 of SoftPod. We finally made it, gamers. Today's episode was directly based off of the Tales of Ba Sing Se from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I really wanted to mention that because that's where we got the inspiration from. We wanted to do short stories that allow the characters to do little fun things without it all being incredibly, hugely plot-related, and it turned out amazing. Michelle and Chris did an amazing job at DMing. Michaela wasn't able to DM for one of these, but we're going to get her on the mic soon. She was making the incredible intro that you heard earlier. And before I go forward, a big round of applause to Michaela for the intro. That's right. It's Michaela, Chris, and Michelle on vocals for that intro, our cast. And Michaela put it all together, composed the entire thing from scratch. It is absolutely amazing to hear it from beginning to end, to hear the entire process. Michaela is so incredibly talented. Thank you for this gift of an intro. It is so amazing, and I cannot wait to put it in front of literally every SoftPod episode. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on this Softversary week, for joining us for this past year as we grew in our adventure. We had a stream last night to celebrate the Softversary, and it was kind of beautiful. listening to where we are now versus where we started has been kind of eye-opening, to be honest. And I'm really just proud of where this show has gone in this past year. Just realized I didn't turn off my fan, so I did that just now so that you don't hear it in the background. First of all, I just wanted to remind everyone that we will be posting the winner of the Dungeon Depths giveaway for the Hexagonal Moonlighters dice tray today on our social media, sometime very soon, close to when this break is going up. So keep an eye on our social media to figure out who won the giveaway. But speaking of Dungeon Depths, I just wanted to give a heartfelt thank you and shout out to Olivia. You have been absolutely amazing to us this past year, and your sponsorship and your dice and your kind words and your support, it has all been a factor in this show's success, our well-being, our mental health. You are a force of positivity in the world, and an ad break doesn't really do everything you do for us justice. So, Dungeon Depths is a store with quality gaming supplies with character. They make amazing dice, apparel, dice trays, dice vaults, you name it, honestly. They make it. Well, you can't name everything, but whatever they do make, you're guaranteed to get very, very good quality. You can go to their store and you can find SoftPod merch, and if you use the code SOFTPOD at checkout, SOFPOD, you can get 10% off your order. I promise that the Dungeon Depths ads going forward, I want to do some wild stuff and make them a little more unhinged because it's kind of a running joke. So we will see what happens there. But thank you, Olivia. Thank you for taking a chance on our podcast and for supporting us. Dea is cheering you on violently in my ears right now. This show is also supported by you, the viewer, on Patreon. The Patreon supporters are a huge reason of why we can even do this show and why we can do the things that we do, why we can upgrade our equipment, why we can focus more time on this, why this show makes some amount of money to sustain itself. That is all Patreon people. Okay, in between recording that line, I just finished the episode and I'm so excited for the ending that I'm literally shaking. So I wanted to continue this part about the Patreon people, but the way I want to do this is I want to read out literally everyone's name that's ascribed to us on Patreon. I know that's going to make this break pretty long, but it's worth it. You all are a huge part of why this show is a success and why we can do what we do, and we're just so grateful for you all. So, thank you to Jordan Thuman, Avery, Cedar Kilcrease, Mars, Marland Thompson, Morgan, Shahla, Remy, Emily W., Devon Morrissey, Rhett Blankenship, Essek, Melanie Nearhouse, Amy Page, Anna, Starry Spells, Elliot C., Katie Seitz, Talia, Roanoke, Ariel, Faye, Jordan, Isella, Carissa Kosman, Max McNamara. Bye-bye, folks. Carrie, Monique Latier, Patty DePadua, Annie, Eli, Allie DePadua, repping my whole family up in here, Kayla Bella, Artemis, Orpheus, Pepper, Valentina Perez, Crayfish, Leon, Thea, Olivia, Astrid, Courtney, Jay Barrett, Max Kuchenreuter, Rowan Ash, Eskil Oakenshield, Rin, Kat Parker, Nirja, Marika, Orion Arthur, Obsolete Goat, Oliver, the Beetle Bard, and Sparrow. Thank you all for supporting us on Patreon. It is so huge. Listen, I don't want to prolong the break too long, and I would usually do my spiel about sharing the show, like, subscribe, rate the show, etc. Instead, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching the show and for trusting us with your time to entertain you, and may we entertain you for a long time to come. Please enjoy the rest of the episode. The Tale of Vincent. Vincent. You've just finished writing a letter. Finishing touches are set into parchment tucked securely into an envelope, the wax melted and pressed into a decorative seal. Looking at this beautiful physical letter that you've handed me, you are mapping out your journey so far for Archie. Have it all secured, ready to send. And you've now come into the final step. Where is this letter sent?
Where's the post office?
Asking around, DeVille is of no help because you are informed that the post office DeVille was talking about doesn't exist anymore.
Perfect.
And that they have mostly all been replaced with one central area, a guild for the delivery of parcels and mail and packages. The Centralized Carriers Guild. You are given the directions by Elliot to make your way through the streets of Lunastra to a building that he has described in quite a fantastical sense. And that image that you may have preconceived of what a guild like the Centralized Carriers Guild might look like is far different from the reality. We cut now to you standing outside a building much larger than you expected. Cylindrical and towering, white with red accents, decorated with small pinwheels and bells and and almost like little windmills along the sides, and a multitude of windows that cover the building going up and down. There are larger windows and smaller windows all arranged, each one housing what looks to be like a little bird's nest of straw in their windowsills. And the sign on the door is a stylish logo reminiscent of a pigeon holding a carrier bag. The sign reads, the CCG, Centralized Carriers Guild. Okay, what do you do?
Vincent's got his little letter in hand. He's a little intimidated, but he sort of... and I guess he's just gonna walk in the front door.
Ding, 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 ding. The door opens and you hear the chaotic sounds of paper just shuffling and being sorted, as the inside is even more strange than the outside. You see that there is one central sort of desk that wraps around like a circle, and in the center of it, and taking up a large amount of space, is this a cylindrical tower of what look like mailboxes and mail slots. And making their way, just kind of flittering upward between these mailboxes and putting things in carrier bags and taking them out and putting letters in mailboxes, are bird folk. Like a tiny owl person with a messenger's cap that is like sorting through the mail and putting it into his bag, and then just takes off through one of the windows, the bell ding 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 ding, on his way out. You see a little carrier pigeon just like swoop in, drop a letter off, and then swoop out the bell like ding 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 ding, as you are watching this orchestrated dance of centralized bureaucracy.
Are the bells in tune?
The bells are in a little like do 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 do.
Okay, beautiful.
They're all in the same key.
Then they don't bother Vincent.
It's a little melodic in how it goes, and you can see that there's a small line that's formed, all talking to one person at the front of the desk. That looks to be the person you're meant to be talking to.
Vincent clutches the letter really close to his chest, and he kind of shuffles, trying not to take up a lot of space, like to the back of the line, quietly, and he just stands there. He looks around.
you are taken in by the sights around you. You can see that along the walls there are these other stylized posters of these birdfolk carriers that are all like, Afra needs you,
Oh my
and
God,
things
not propaganda.
like that. It's like rain, shine, or snow, the mail's always on time, like that sort of thing.
Is this like a typical post office? I feel like Vincent's maybe sent a letter or two before.
In Siniath, there wasn't there wasn't much need for letters that weren't sent pretty much locally. If that makes sense, at least not in my view. And the Centralized Carriers Guild has been around, certainly. Like, you may have seen a structure like it from the outside, but this may be your first time entering something like this. This is one of the first times in a long time where you've needed to send someone a letter across the country.
He doesn't really have any people to send letters to.
So
yeah, he's just gonna stand behind the line. Is it moving at all?
it's moving at a fairly rapid pace,
Okay.
not super fast. Like they're like,
But he's not like standing there for like 20 minutes, right?
no.
Okay.
You're waiting in line behind what seems to be like. There's a woman in front of you and her daughter, who's like a younger figure. You see her kind of look up at her mom and is like, "Are we picking up mail from Dad?" And she's like, "Yes, we're going to check, of course." And it's just kind of like hopping up and down with excitement, just thinking about it. As you see the process go through, you can hear like a kind of a squawky voice from the front talking, but it's not until your turn is about to come up that you hear just kind of like, "Next."
Yeah. And he scurries up.
Howdy.
Hi. I just I need to send a letter. Sorry. That's the only thing I need to do today.
There's no need to apologize, good sir. Well, you are at the
just
right...
didn't know where to go,
Oh, well, you're at the right place. Welcome to the Centralized Carrier Guild of Lunastra. Is this your first time here at a guild?
In this one, I mean, are there more guilds than just this one? He's like, whoa, what's going on?
There are centralized carrier guilds in all of the major cities in Afra.
Is there one in Siniath?
Well, that's a recent addition, but yes, there sure is.
Really? Where is it? Do you know? I mean, you're not from there, so yeah.
Oh, well, sometimes I've had to make runs out to the CCG in Siniath. Let's see, it's sort of in the Trades Ward area. It's kind of newish towards the docks. It kind of looks a lot like this one. Look. Anyway, sorry about that. Allow me to explain the system to you, if that's all right. We like to give all of our first-time guests a little walkthrough of how the process works, so that you can know that the mail is in good hands.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Well, alrighty then.
There's a line behind me, but that's fine.
It's no problem. Everyone here, they're all going to get their packages sent out on time, no worries. And everyone here is in agreement that the CCG is an important part of international relations in Afra. Isn't that right, folks? And everyone's just kind of like, blink, blink. Like tired in line. Yeah.
He turns around and he mouths, "I'm sorry."
That's what I heard. I was trying to send a package.
He turns back.
All right, well, you can see some of the happy campers we have today. So, the CCG delivers mail all across Afra, and it caters to the nomadic lifestyle of Afra's citizens. So, you can see that we've got a number of adventurers that maybe don't have one place that they call home. I mean, you seem like a traveler yourself.
What gives it away?
Oh, well, it's your handy-dandy adventuring bag and the fact that you look as though you're prepared to fight someone.
He looks down at his bag and he's like, you got a point.
Sorry to make an assumption, but it's the most of our clientele are those that are away from home or have constantly shifting locations, that sort of thing. It allows us to basically send letters to anybody in Afra, no matter where they are, even if they don't have a permanent address. You just have to register with the CCG.
How do you keep track of them?
Well, we have one guild that is the absolute hub for all of our mail. That's an Onseer. You see, the Onserians allow us to have a nice international hub that doesn't really apply to any of the laws of any one nation. That allows us to send some magical things, which, they can't really get us on that because we're outside of the law.
Can't catch me in a court of law.
Exactly. So,
All right, okay.
the mail goes into there, and then what we do is with our handy dandy communication system, he says he pulls down from the desk like a little like a conductor's like microphone
Walkie-talkie
attached
type
to
of thing?
attached to a wire. With this handy dandy communication system, our lightning fast record keepers are able to see the registered individual and the last CCG that they registered at. How do you register at a CCG?
I didn't ask that, but yeah, go ahead, tell me. You're going to tell me anyway.
Yeah, I sure am. He says he opens up a drawer and he pulls neatly organized like something that looks a lot like that walkie-talkie that he has. He says, this right here is one of the peaks of Varen technology right here. It is a handy dandy CCG communication device. Now it can only send limited messages and only to nearby CCG hubs. But, he says as he kind of hands it to you, this one's yours. Every time.
Thank you. Do I have to pay for this?
No, absolutely not.
What?
Mail
Really?
is essential. Communication between people across the world is how we break down barriers.
Huh. It's not magical.
No, it's fully technological.
Fascinating. Well, thank you. He puts it in the bag, I guess.
Well, whenever you register and you are entering a new city now, all you need to do is say the name of that city once you call one of the nearest CCG hubs into the our little CCG communicators.
Should I have to wait? What are the steps? I have to go to the.
Well, you just need to call it in and tell us that you are in a new city. And
Sure, yeah.
the handy dandy record keepers over at our central hub will then update your information. That way, you can be that way we can send any mail that has been addressed to you and has been building up over to the new city that you're in.
What a robust system you have here.
It has taken many years to iron out.
Right. I just need to send this letter.
Sure. I hope you don't mind, though. I just gotta register you in the system real quick. Can I get a name?
Sure. He leans over and he's like, Vincent Obra.
Vincent Obra. Okay, says it very loud. As he kind of... Hello, this is Postmaster Ollie checking in for a registration of a new client. And you hear from the other end. Yes, record keeper is here. All right, getting the file up for you. Okay, can you give us a name? Vincent Obra. Vincent Obra.
Really loud, like
Just
that.
like, okay. Running checks here.
Are they running checks on me?
Oh, yep. Here we go. Vincent Obra. Got quite a few letters built up here.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Current hub. It says, this is the Lunastra hub. And he says, okay, we will send those letters then to Lunastra. For him.
That must be a mistake. I don't have any letters.
Oh,
People don't.
we never make mistakes, let me tell you.
Interesting. Okay.
Someone's been trying to send you a letter, he says as he's kind of starts sort of marking things down. And he's like, okay, you're almost done here. Can I see this letter? Who's this addressed to?
Oh, this is here, and it has the name Archie on the front to
Okay.
Archie, and he says this is it's supposed to go to Cineath. I know where it's supposed to go.
Okay, if you can give me an address, then it would negate the need, I guess, for a last name.
Would I know the address?
Yeah, you'd know the address.
Yeah, okay, I'll put the address of our tavern there. I'm like that should work, I think.
Perfect. Okay, then. We will register this and get it sent. It should arrive within the week.
Perfect.
That
Thank you.
CCG communicator you have, though, that's pretty handy dandy. That will allow us to contact you once your mail comes in. Then you can go pick up your letters.
Perfect. Thank you for your assistance today.
Oh, it's no problem.
I'm gonna get out of your feathers now.
Oh,
And
that's a good one. Because I got feathers gone.
and he walks away.
You walk away. The line moves on. Postmaster Ollie's entire demeanor, his loud and very proud demeanor, rings out through the office as he introduces the next person. He's like, welcome to the, and you hear like, I just need to send a package, please. I beg you. The line moves on and you send off your letter without really any thought to it. And then a day or two later, you get a little like, as you go about your errands in Lunastra.
Pull it out.
You've got a letter. To pick it up, you need to go to the Lunastra. Thank you for your time.
All right, I'll click it off or whatever, and I'll put it back in the bag, and I'll make my way over again.
You see the tall building, you see bird folk and carrier pigeons just flying in and out of the windows, making their way through. You can hear the bustling bells just ding, 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 all throughout the building itself, eventually making your way through the door. The line's much shorter. And as you reach the front, Bookstone says, welcome to the CCG. How can I help you?
All right, I've been here before. I'm picking up a letter.
Oh, new client. That's right.
Well, I guess newish. I have letters or something. I don't know why. Yeah.
Yes, you do. You gave quite the, you gave the carrier pigeon that was carrying these things quite the hard time, he says, as he kind of makes his way over, and you see him kind of like,
that can all be for me.
A large satchel full of letters.
There's got to be another Vincent Oprah in the system. This isn't mine.
I'm telling you, and I have to be deadly serious about this. And I need you to get it through to your head that the record keepers don't make mistakes.
People don't send me letters. I don't really have people to send letters to me.
He gives you an eye. Oh, to describe Ollie, by the way, I know this is a little late. Ollie is like a pale pigeon with this messenger's cap, red messenger's cap, and like red, almost like vest. Along like feathers. He's dressed like very formally in like
just
a uniform
pigeon?
of the CCG. He's like a pigeon. He's like pigeon folk. He's like standing on two legs.
I love that.
He's got like just like the beady eyes, and he's got like his hands out, like wings out and stuff. And he says, he kind of gives you like an eye. He's like, now, listen here. If there is a mistake, you can report it to the CCG, but I suggest you at least take the mail that's already assigned here because, well, we can't have mail stockpiling like this.
Fine, I'll take it. I just, whatever. And he takes the bag.
That's perfect. Okay. Also, would you like a stamp card?
A what?
It's basically just a card.
I should have asked.
It's a card that you can. Okay.
He walks away.
Well, you could get a commemorative stamp. Okay. As you walk out the door with this, it's not like a giant satchel, but it's like a hefty like bag of like you can feel there's like a good amount of paper in here.
Damn, what the fuck? Okay, I'll go. I'll probably go somewhere in the city that's like a little quiet. Probably wouldn't open all of it in front of the party members. Probably like a park or something.
Okay. You make your way to a park. The twilight sky is above you and the wind is picked up a little bit, but nothing, just comfortable. It's all just a comfortable environment. You can hear like a family off playing further down a field. You can hear, people chattering as they make their way through, and you're sat on this bench as you open up the satchel and you start to begin to pull letters from the satchel.
Yeah, what's in here?
They're all letters. Some of them are a little heftier than others, but there's no like packages or anything in there. All just letters, and they're all addressed the same. Just say Vincent on the front of them.
What the fuck? Okay. Do they all kind of seem like they're the same handwriting? Are they like uniform, like from the same person?
They look like they're all from the same person.
Shit. He's just gonna open one, a random one.
You open one, and the message there is, confusing to you for a second. It's almost like a diary entry of kind. It's as if the sender was telling the recipient about his month, its day, anything interesting that's happened. To give you an example, the first one you read goes like this. Today I took a walk through a music store, hidden in a nook I hadn't yet explored. Guitars, violins, and even a grand piano, though it was quite dusty. Walking through these places together was always fun. Driving the employee mad with constant requests to take down instruments to try them out and never making a single purchase. I'd love to go again sometime. And they always end the same. I hope my letters are finding you well. And that wherever you are, you're happy. I'll be traveling through, and a city is listed there next week. If you're in the area and you feel so inclined to, feel free to stop by and say hi. Paw.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you heard about this video from Archie. What is Vincent feeling?
It hits him like a truck. Like the realization of what this like bag of letters is now. And then he starts tearing up. And he starts pulling them all out and reading them.
You pull out a letter for every month for what must have been stockpiled for a couple of years. They're all dated and signed. They all end the same way. They tell you where he's going to next. They tell you about things, about how his day was. And they tell you that he hopes you're doing well. And that if you feel so inclined to come see him sometime.
Is there anything dated recently? He's going to scan through and try to find the most recent one.
The most recent letter is from about 4 years ago, from what you can tell.
No.
And just looking through each of them, reading about the most mundane things, they all have something in common. They always start out just so normal. Talking about getting coffee, talking about a new place that he's seen, something funny that happened while he was traveling. They never bring up any sadness. They're never angry. They're never trying to guilt you or anything along those lines. They don't even really bring up some of the sadder things that must have happened, like Archie leaving or any of those. They're all just little diary entries about the day, talking about a memory that he has of you, something he saw that reminded him of you, and saying that he'd love to see you again, and that he wishes you well.
Vincent's fully sobbing. He's getting tears on the damn letters. Vincent's like hunched over in this park, like crying. And eventually he sort of calms down. And he wipes his hands under his eyes. Oh, God. He looks at the letter in his hand and he says, "You thought I abandoned you. You thought I left. I'm sorry." Shit.
You see, as you've got them all laid out, you see just one of the letters just get picked up by the wind, start to get pulled away.
I'm gonna go run after it. I'm gonna keep all of them. I'm putting them all back in the bag.
You stumble off the bench trying to catch this letter as it just slips from your grasp and just flutters off.
I'm gonna go after it.
Just trying to get everything together. It's a tough moment. You've got all these letters here that you need to hold on to. You see that letter just kind of drift in the air as you're trying to follow it, trying to hold this collection of letters. They're suddenly very dear. You just watch it drift.
He's like a mess at this point.
Through the streets, through the park. It eventually just kind of settles on concrete. It's kind of landing in a small puddle there.
Is it okay?
Not as okay as it can be. Some places where it got damp, where the ink starts to run.
Vincent's like he's been desperately running after it. And he like kind of falls to his knees and picks it up. He's like, no, okay, no. And he casts mending on it.
You cast mending to restore it. You feel the water pulled from it as best as you can, the ink trying to get back into place, and it helps. As you kind of bend over to pick it up, you're just face leaning down, you can feel just your amulet just kind of shuffle and then just slip out of your shirt for a moment.
Are there other people on this street?
Not many, but sure.
Vincent's having a breakdown in public. He just holds the letter really close to him and he just kind of bends over on his knees and he's crying. He's like, I'm not gonna let you go again. I'm sorry. And he gets up. Shit. Puts it back in the bag. And he holds the bag really close. And he suddenly doesn't realize where he is. He looks around. He's still got tears on his face, and he's really disoriented, and he's like, "Fuck, God damn it. How did I end up here?" And he steels himself, and he turns. I think he's gonna go try to walk back to the sleepy sheep, wherever that is.
It takes you a bit, but eventually you navigate the streets. You find familiar landmarks where the colors shift in the stained glass. Back to the sleepy sheep.
He has sort of like a determined look about him, and he goes in, and wherever everybody is, he tries to avoid them, and he goes to open up his journal, and he starts writing. And he rips the page out, and he writes another one, rips the page out, writes another one. And they're all letters. To somebody he doesn't know.